Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Video Marketing Made Easy. Today, I'm sharing the top 5 lessons that we learned from starting a business that can apply for anybody. After quitting our 9 to 5 jobs, ironically enough, the business part of our business has been the hardest part for us. The lessons I'm going to share with you can apply whether you're a business owner or not. And before we get started, I know everybody on YouTube always says, make sure to subscribe to our channel, but for us, it really makes a huge difference and will help us not only grow, but it'll tell YouTube that what we're putting out is helpful and that they'll suggest it to others just like you so that we can help them as well. So please make sure to subscribe and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that way you know every time we put out a new video. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Number 1. Budgets are important. When we first started, we didn't have much business experience. In fact, we had 0 business experience, but we thought we'd be okay saving receipts and booking whatever jobs we could just so that we can continue to make money. But there was no focus, there were no goals or strategies, and we ended up in a state of stress and panic every single month, not knowing what we could afford, where our money was coming from, and where it should be going. We always felt forever in debt, and even though we were always busy working, we just never had a grip on what was going on with our finances. So our business coach had us add up our expenses and set goals. This resulted in a huge difference. And the difference was working towards getting out of debt and figuring out how to price ourselves and what jobs to take. What resulted was that we found out that certain jobs were actually costing us money due to incorrect pricing, or by taking them on, it was preventing us from taking on the right projects that would make us profitable. Scheduling was all over the place and we couldn't plan for anything personal because we just couldn't determine if we were going to be financially okay to take time off. The bottom line is that you got to just get really comfortable with 1, understanding and knowing your finances, and 2, having a plan, goal, have something more tangible so that you can work towards it. You just can't wing it when it comes to finances. Number 2, put a priority on mental and physical health. When you're filling all the roles in your business, it's really hard to set aside time to exercise or hang out with friends or even just take time to not be working. But there's no such thing as paid time off or sick days when you're your own boss. If you're not working, there's no paycheck. This is such a hard lesson for us to learn because we always grew up hearing if you're not working hard, you're not working enough, and so we always thought we got to be constantly working. No, don't take time for yourself. But think about it this way. I like to imagine us like cars. If you're driving a car, no matter how fancy and souped up it is and how powerful it goes from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds or whatever the terms are, if you don't fill it with gas, it's eventually going to run out of gas and then that car is useless. It's not going to get you to where you need to go. And your body is like the car, and taking time off, exercise, relaxation, that's your fuel, so that you got to constantly fuel your body and yourself so that you can continue to work. So a great example of this is Jamie is a workaholic. And a few years ago, Jamie was working crazy amounts of hours because she was so stressed, thinking that if she doesn't get the work done, we're not going to get paid and we're not going to be able to afford to live. And she just got really worked up over how important it was for her to just constantly get the work done. And what eventually happened is she got an eye strain where she literally couldn't look at the computer screen and make out words. She couldn't see anything. Everything was just blurry. She couldn't focus. And that put her on the shelf for 2 weeks. 2 weeks rest where she could not look at any screens at all was what the doctor said she had to do. And so for 2 weeks, we got no editing done, no video projects were worked on, and we were in a lot of trouble because of that. Now, had Jamie just taken and invested time into resting, taking time off and recovering, we wouldn't have had that long break. We might have had a day or a few hours or a couple days off, but we wouldn't have had that long 2-week break. Number 3, believe that you can bring value to the world. Now, when you're an employee, if you have to give a client bad news, you can always hide behind corporate policy. I mean, so many times when I was working for a corporate company, I would say, I would love to, but my manager said I can't, or our corporate policy won't allow us to make this happen, so sorry. As a business owner, they know it's your decision and your decision alone. So if you don't truly believe that your work and time are valuable and you feel like they're doing you the favor by hiring you, then they can walk all over you. This was one of the hardest lessons for me, as I was and still am constantly struggling with imposter syndrome. Now, if this hits home for you, write yes in the comments. When you put value on yourself and what you bring to the world, then it can be an equal exchange of energy, as our dear friend Alice Inoue always says, and you end up bringing more value to your clients. Number 4, stay true to your mission and values. Being a business owner is not easy, but it's a choice we made because we wanted to do work that was fulfilling and we wanted freedom in our schedules. But it's easy to get swept into doing work that isn't fulfilling because of finances or being a people pleaser. And if we have any doubts about a new project now, we always do a gut check. Is this project something that matches and is in alignment with our values? Is it something that feels good and that we're doing something that is fulfilling? The best gut check is what Jamie always says, which is this project better than having a regular job with health benefits and a 401k? Because if it's not, then we might as well just close up shop, go get a 9-to-5 where we can have all those things like health benefits and a 401k, and we're going to be doing the same kind of work. So this is a great way to kind of have a litmus test for if this is the right kind of work that you want to do. And finally, number 5, be a lifelong learner. I always say that I don't like learning, but that's not actually true. What I realize is that I don't like learning in my old high school style of learning, like reading and taking notes and lectures from boring teachers. Now what I'm doing is I'm finding ways of learning that work for me, finding formats that are conducive to my style of learning. Like I watch videos or listen to podcasts, but I don't read books and articles, which Jamie used to always send me, but I wouldn't read them. And now I search for and gravitate towards learning from people and types of people that I like learning from. That could be their personality styles or their accents or their energy. Those types of things make me feel like, yes, I want to continue to hear from them. I want to learn more. It keeps me feeling like it's matching my personal style. And how this has helped is it's definitely increased my productivity because now I'm gravitating towards wanting to find out more information and learning versus thinking it's an assignment that I have to do. I know I'm supposed to be learning. I know I should be listening to this or I should be reading this article. Now it's, I want to. This is exciting to me. Give me more. And it's also helped me create habits. One of the habits that has been really helpful for me is that I have made it a point that every day, and I started off with my morning, that I learn at least one new thing. And it could be something that I can learn in 1 minute or 10 minutes. It could be something that I listen to in a podcast or watch in a YouTube channel. It's so important to constantly make changes and tweaks because if you're growing, you're improving, you're getting better, and you're becoming more of value not only to yourself, but to the people you work with versus doing the same thing as before, which is just like, I know this is comfortable. I know this is what used to work and I'm just going to stay in my lane and keep on doing this. But what happens is you become stale, you become stagnant, and then everything, the world, people, the industry just move on past you. So make that mindset shift, create habits, be more productive, and this is where you're gonna see yourself thrive and shine and be excited about it. And that's it. If you have any questions or if you'd like to share some of your own lessons and experiences, go ahead and leave a comment below and let's continue the conversation there. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, it really helps out if you like, subscribe, and share this video. It'll help YouTube and others learn about what we're doing here and hopefully spread the gospel so that we can help others just like yourself. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and join our free private Facebook group. The link to the group is in the description below. This is where we have a wonderful community of Veemers just like yourself, and we do fun things and activities, provide all kinds of resources and content. But the best part of it all is that after each one of our videos, we have a live Q&A section where we can dive even deeper into the subjects we talk about here, and we can answer and discuss anything that you didn't understand or want to get more information on. That's it for today. We hope you join us next time on another episode of Video Marketing Made Easy. Bye.